Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of Moving Picture Massacre, your favorite YouTube video show about terrible movies on VHS. We're going to review them, we're going to talk about them, we're going to love upon them, and we're going to shit upon them, because that is what we're going to do between the three of us. And we have a vast collection, a vast knowledge, and there's a lot of things that we don't know. There's a lot of movies that we have never heard of in our entire lives. Hell, the first movie we're going to talk about next episode, any of us have seen. All three. We've never heard of it. So it's going to be fun. But anyways, I am Tom, and I am joined by two terribly lovely people here. Ricky, let's tell us about yourself.
Emphasis on the terrible there. Well, I'm Ricky, your resident redneck scumbag down in northwest Louisiana, little shitty town called Shreveport. But these fuckers seem to like me, so.
Yeah, I've been to Shreveport. It's something else. It's one day in, one day out, and that's all it took. I'm Matt.
That's all you need.
Go by CV Strange online. So I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of crappy movies will be watched.
And where are you from, Matt?
I am from Southern Illinois, 6 hours from Chicago, so don't mistake that. We are in the redneck part of the state where stuff does not travel, so it's hard to find stuff here. But I make it happen, and I think I'll find my fair share of crappy movies.
Beautiful, beautiful. I am from Southern California. I live about an hour and a half south of Los Angeles and about an hour and a half north of San Diego. It's called the Inland Empire to a lot of people. There's some good parts and mostly bad parts, but hey, nothing. No one's perfect. No one's, nobody's nerfic or whatever it's called. Pam said it better than me. But anyways, we're going to talk about in our fantastically, terrible premiere episode about some of the things that we got recently. And those things are tapes, because that is the whole point of this show, is to talk about tapes and this forgotten media to a lot of people, a whole lot of people. And you have weirdos like us that are still spending good amounts of money on these dumb tapes and movies that no one has ever heard of. You wouldn't believe how many movies never even made it to a DVD release. You can only find them on VHS. And a lot of the movies we're going to talk about are going to be those movies. Movies we've never seen, movies hopefully you've never seen. We want to show you new things. We want to experience new things with each other and with you guys. And so we're hoping to pull that off in this show. So to start off, Ricky, I know you have gone to a lot of flea markets recently, had some good eBay finds, and why don't you tell us a little bit of what you've picked up recently?
All right, I'll start with the eBay finds. I did snipe a couple that I paid a lot less than what I should have on. This body bags, I got that on a bid for like $8. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I got for about $12, which that movie shit, it's been going for like $40 lately. I don't want to discuss how much I paid for those two. No, those two were around $30 a piece, but they're must-haves for any horror collection at all. You have to have Texas Chainsaw and you have to have Toxic Avenger. It's mandatory. But today I did get a couple of cool things in the mail. Sticking with a segue into this shirt from Toxic Avenger, but I did get this awesome Sergeant Kabuki Man t-shirt. It's like $10 on eBay, so that's a win. Two more eBay gets from today. Original Halloween in this super rad clamshell, and H2O in the matching clamshell. So those were cool finds. Today I made a really shitty pun on Instagram I decided to go hit all of my local Goodwills, and I put "Call Me Matt Damon" because I'm Goodwill hunting today. So I ended up spending about $12 total. I got a new VCR, and I got about 26 movies, I think. Highlight a couple of the movies. I hate Nicolas Cage with a passion, but a sealed copy of Snake Eyes for 10 cents, you got to take that. I do not care what you say about Rob Schneider in this movie when the guy is screaming about his thin dick at the restaurant. God damn it. It's great. I did find a Vestron release today to match my shirt. This copy of Young Guns, if I can find my camera, is a Vestron. I found a bunch of Bruce Willis shit, but all these movies were like 10 cents a piece. This was mandatory after my terrible pun. I had to pick it up. What else do we have here? If I had this shit organized, it would be so much better. This is one I was really excited about because I love De Niro. I love old mafia movies. Granted, this one focuses more on the FBI side, Elliot Ness and his whole crew. But Sean Connery is fucking incredible in this movie. I love it. It's great. Watch it if you haven't. If you like modern movies, it's a lot of fun.
I love the cover of that.
Oh, yeah, it's great with the big De Niro in the background. It's fucking great. But yeah, that's about all I got to show off today.
Does your do you know that VCR that you picked up? Do you know if it works for sure, or are you gonna is it a tester?
It's one that I gotta hook it up in my bedroom because I have a working one in my living room. I have another working one, but I will buy any VCR I see anywhere for a decent price because if one of mine breaks, where am I going to take that shit to get fixed? So I'll buy anything I see.
There you go. Matt, what did you pick up recently?
All right, so I have a little bit of stuff here. I got some stuff that I just unpacked like maybe an hour ago too. But I picked this up. It's probably been a week or two. But Sci-Fi Classics. So this is a 5-movie box set. And then you can see the individual movies right there. It looks like The Wasp Woman, The Killer Shrews, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, The Giant Gila Monster, and First Spaceship on Venus. So pretty cool artwork on these. That's definitely what drew me to it. I think that most of these are 4 of the 5 are black and white, so you can kind of get a good idea of what these will be like watching them. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially The Wasp Woman and The Brain That Wouldn't Die. I think those are going to be standout movies. Killer Shrews and The Giant Gila Monster, I think, are going to be complete garbage, and I can't wait to watch those. And then First Spaceship on Venus, I think that's going to be like your average sci-fi movie, but this was a must. As soon as I seen it, I was like, I've got to have this. Recently, too, I received Spaced Invaders in the mail. This is a movie that I was not allowed to rent as a kid. I don't know if people just didn't want to watch it or wanted me to watch it. I don't know. But as an adult, I have this on DVD and I read it on VHS now. So pretty happy about that. And if you've not seen this is a crappy movie, but it's a fun, crappy movie. And it's based out of Illinois. So it's kind of close to home for me. And everyone in this is pretty much, I don't want to say they're rednecks, but this is a movie where the biggest thing to happen in the town is they got an off ramp from the interstate, and they think that they're going to get, some sort of traffic there, and then these guys show up. So fun movie. The two that I recently got today, Arachnophobia. I love this movie as a child. It freaked me out. I hate spiders, and just from the opening bit in this movie, it's been with me since I seen it the first time, where the spider bites the first guy. It's still creepy to me. The cover is deceiving, so I think it looks like La La Land. But I don't know. This is a horror movie. It's got John Goodman in it, and Daniels. Is it Jeff Daniels? Jeff Daniels is in this, and I think there's a couple other people as well. But that is a fun movie from a kid when I was a kid. And this movie I bought just cover alone. I've not seen it, but Bleeders. And Tom told me that there's actually a variant cover for this as well. And I don't mean like they just put different cover art on it. There's a blood bag cover with like actual like trickling blood or something in it, and it looks really cool. So whether or not this movie is good or not, I'm inevitably going to end up with 2 copies of this. So those are my pickups.
I really want to find a copy of that blood bag Bleeders for sure. It's super neat looking. I saw someone just like pushing the blood up and down, and it looks like I don't know, one of those super just cheap like plastic cases with just blood squishy that you can like move it around, and kind of like a jelly or a slime almost, super neat. I've never seen one in person. I've never seen a regular Bleeders copy in person. So it's cool to see that you grabbed one, and it's definitely something that I want to try and find at one point in time. If I was to go over what I got recently, I'll start with actual like releases. I got this Texas Chainsaw Massacre not too long ago. I was pretty excited about that. I went on a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kick recently. I watched every single one of them, which I hadn't even seen all of them. And in all honesty, I don't think I've seen H2O, as you were talking about that. I don't think I've seen that one, because I was like, no, I'm not going to watch that. And I never heard anything good about it, so I didn't.
I like it. That was the earliest one I remember like being able to see and rent at the movie store that was new. And it's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, LL Cool J's in it, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, Josh Hartnett's in it. I mean, it has an ensemble cast of people for a Halloween movie. It really saved the franchise too. And on top of it, I think it's the only Halloween movie where Michael leaves Haddonfield. So if I'm not mistaken, he drives to California because they're going to Yosemite. So it's a different type of Halloween movie in itself.
Interesting. Well, I may watch that tonight after this. So yeah, that's the most recent movie that I had picked up. Like I said, I rewatched all of them. I had no idea how many different storylines existed. There's so many like sequels to this one that totally kick out 2, 3, and everything, and just don't have anything to do with those, and they're just a sequel to this one, and there's multiple, and there's a new one coming out this year supposedly on Netflix that is also a direct sequel to the second one. So again, it throws out all those other movies. Super strange. I want to say that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with the number of movies it has, if you're looking at like a Friday the 13th or a Halloween or, a Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, this is the most convoluted storyline you can get, which I'm surprised that it is. There's no reason for it to be. It's about one family. Stick with that family. When that family's gone, stop making the fucking movies. But anyways, I digress. The other movies that I got are all custom-y kind of newer movies. And I say custom because this one is actually a copy of the last drive-in episode with Joe Bob Briggs that showed Street Trash. So this is a direct rip of the Shudder episode of Joe Bob Briggs showing Street Trash. This was put out by Ship to Shore Media. As you can see, there's some of the movie and some of the little footage there. I believe that there is the mangled dick expert Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp calling in on the episode, so that's a good one. Really cool tape. They sold out of it during a marathon like drive-in that they had in like Ohio or something crazy recently, but they put some on the website. It's a green tape, so that's even cooler. They had a purple tape that you could get randomly. It was by chance. I got a green one. I'm not mad about it. Green is super cool. And then the other one that I got is actually 3 tapes, but it's all the same movie because I needed 3 copies of it. Turbo Kid, Raven Banner Entertainment has started doing VHS tapes. The first one that they did was Manborg by Astron 6, the same group that put out Psycho Gorman, The Editor, and Father's Day. Fantastic movies, all of them. There it is. PG for short. So Raven Banner decided to put out VHS copies of Turbo Kid. They put out 3 different ones. They're all the same on the back with that lovely restricted panther. I love that thing. So this is one. And you've got the Apple variant. Looks like a Scott Pilgrim comic, kind of. Real cutesy. And then you've got the Turbo Kid variant. I just watched a movie with Michael Ironside the other day that I did not realize he was in, and now, for the life of me, cannot remember exactly what it was, but it was good. So that's what they look like. They all look like this here. Fantastic. If you've never seen Turbo Kid, it's been on Netflix for a long time. I don't know if it's still there. If it's not, I believe that Amazon still has it for free for rent on Amazon Prime. Could be wrong.
It's not on Netflix anymore. It's definitely on Shudder.
There you go. Go purchase Shudder because realistically, you're gonna get a lot out of that.
Yeah, it's like $6 a month too, so it's relatively cheap to watch movies on there, especially if you're into like garbage horror movies or even new ones and stuff like Turbo Kid. You get a lot of stuff on Shudder.
Yeah, I watched Pumpkinhead and The Dead Pit yesterday. Which one was that, Ricky?
Oh, I said I just watched the entire Maniac Cop trilogy the other night on Shudder.
That's fantastic. With you when we went to Tennessee. Yeah, we were in Tennessee. I was able to find Maniac Cop 2 on VHS, and that was cool. So I was happy to have that. The quickest Bruce Campbell death in any movie, period. So that was a good one. But yeah, that's all that I've purchased or that I've acquired recently. So realistically, before we move on and close out this lovely little introduction video that we put, do either of you have anything to say about this channel, about what we're going to talk about, what you're excited to talk about, or anything else like that? I'm going to let Ricky go first if you have anything to talk about, bud.
Yeah, the main things I wanted to throw out there is this is a VHS review page. So the movies we're going to be reviewing obviously came out before 2006. So we're going to let you know what movies we're reviewing at the beginning of the episode. If you haven't seen it and you would like to see it beforehand, stop the episode there because we're not going to avoid spoilers. These are old movies. If you haven't seen it, it's your fault. We're going to let you know ahead of time what movie it is so you can stop the episode, go back and watch. But we're not going to avoid spoilers. We're going to talk about a lot of random shit. I mean, for your casual horror fan, a lot of these movies, you're not going to know what they are. Like, for the people that mainly watch the big blockbusters, I mean, you're not going to know what a Basket Case, Frankenhooker, anything Frank Henenlotter's directed pretty much. You're not going to know Will Lustig's movies. So we're going to be digging into a lot of the cult favorites that a lot of you horror nerds are very familiar with, but the casual horror fan has no idea about it. So we want to kind of expand everyone's knowledge. And there's going to be some shit that we find that's terrible that was maybe at a truck stop dollar bin 30, 40 years ago. And we're going to watch it. So we're going to have some fun. So just keep an open mind and enjoy yourself. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think a lot of these movies too are like he was saying, they're not going to be blockbusters. They're not going to be, a lot of CGI and stuff like that in them. These are going to be movies that you'll enjoy to watch with certain people. They'll be more fun to watch in a group where you can laugh and cut loose and enjoy, cinematic masterpieces that aren't of the best quality. Like he mentioned, Basket Case. There's a lot going on in that movie that isn't. The cover looks really cool and it's a good movie, but when you see Belial for the first time, you're like, what the hell am I looking at right now? And it is a fun movie. So yeah, if it's up to me and we pick a movie, just expect it to be complete trash. It's going to be garbage. It's going to be something that I enjoyed probably as a kid. And it's something now that most people will be like, that movie sucks. But I have some sort of emotional tie to it from when I was a child, or it could just be something that I'm just, the cover got me and I've heard bad things and I just really want to suffer through it.
Suffering through it is probably the best explanation I've heard for a lot of movies we may talk about. Basket Case is a fantastic movie. If we're going to go back and talk about that, Basket Case 1 or 2 and 3 get even more ridiculous, and that's where you really venture into the hot garbage that is cinema. But before we get anywhere near those fantastic movies, our next episode is going to be about this movie right here, Nightmare in Wax. All three of us have not seen this movie. None of us have seen it. I walked into a mall and I saw a bookstore, and in that bookstore there were sealed copies of this Nightmare in Wax for 25 cents a piece. So I bought all of them, which was 3, thankfully. And I haven't watched it. I tried to put it in at one point in time, and I got about maybe 10 minutes into it, got distracted, something happened at home, I had to stop watching it. So I'm very excited to watch it with these two young gentlemen and to talk about it at the next episode of Moving Picture Massacre. We appreciate you guys for coming by. Please hit that subscribe button so you know when we're going to show that next episode. And if you've never seen this movie, just like we haven't, stick around because we're going to show the trailer directly after this, which is in literally like 4 or 5 seconds because I have nothing else to say. So like and subscribe to this video. We appreciate you guys a ton, and we'll see you very soon with our review of Nightmare in Wax. Thanks, guys.
Later.
Remarkable, aren't they? So natural, so real, seemingly alive. I'll let you in on a little secret. Some of them are alive. Zombies, frozen in a theater of terror. People puppets, acting on the cues of a madman.
Ralph, Leslie, only move, breathe, move, walk, follow me.
Nightmare in Wax. It started with an accident. Cameron Mitchell as Vincent, once a man, now a monster. Anne Helm.
You comfortable?
Oh, very. Am I going to be in here for long?
Only an eternity, my dear.
Now, look, honey, don't try anything funny with that knife. I don't want to hurt you. Don't be
Scott Brady.
Honey?
Observe the preparation of victims about to join Vincent's demonic legion of the walking dead.
Back up.
Nightmare in Wax. Frightening. Diabolical. Weird. Nightmare in Wax. In color. A Crown International release.